charts. It's a long lower shadow, tested this level here. This support level on the sweet spot got tested yet again. Now it's still fading a little bit. Now remember, now the sweet spot's off, so we might see a test there today also at let's say $2.20. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another trading day. Today I'm going to have a look at cryptocurrencies, finding short-term support. Is it buying time or not? Is the US dollar still bearish? And a look at currency strength. If you look at the dollar index here, you can see we again ran up yesterday, but missing the moving average. We're missing that level there, that structure coming in there. I think it's a very important level. It keeps missing it. So we saw the bounce market honoring the moving average. So I think the moving average is more important at this stage than the structure here. The structure got ignored slightly here, but the moving average got honored. So that's what the market is looking at. So I still think we're going to still see this. We start to see long black candles still yet again. You can see bear trend, long black, small white, long black, small white, long black, small white. Yes, we had a long white there, and it could happen there again today. But in general, if I look at the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I can definitely see a bearishness based on the individual candles. We got the bigger trend definitely coming down. Dollar here was right at the bottom. I saw it jump up there to the second spot, and it was up there on the third lowest spot just a while ago. So there's some strength coming in still to test that. I still think we need the test. That'll be the coup de grace on, do we see a sell-off after that? Once we see a sell-off after that, next stop is the moving average. I would like this now to get a direction, but I think it won't get direction before we test the moving average, before the market confirms, and then from there on we can see a clear drop, or it could fly up beyond it, and that put us back into a bullish scenario. If you look at this little channel happening here, you can see there, and yeah, so that could be the sign of bullishness once we start to close above the moving average. Not that I'm bullish at all. I follow my indicator, which still tells me to be short on the dollar. If you look at Bitcoin on the daily charts, now we did the liquidity run, which is maybe a good thing. I know it's painful, it's not nice, I hate every second of this, but we've done the level. I've been worried about the lack of liquidity run on the sell-off. The spike needed to be bigger to take out that liquidity in the market. So now we will see on the daily charts, we see this. We are right at this falling trend line now, definitely. So now it's a question of, are we going to bounce or not? If we don't bounce here, well, then I guess $70,000 is up on the charts yet again. But a good strong bounce here by the weekend, I believe that would show us some bullishness coming in with the trend still bearish, and then the breakout. The breakout will be the big event for me of this channel. So for now, I'm basically just sitting tight and waiting, because you can see on the weekly charts, it's just a mess. It's one big broad mess. XRP looked great on the daily charts. It's a long lower shadow, tested this level here, and if you know by now, I'm very heavily into XRP. Now, this support level on the sweet spot got tested yet again. Now, it's still fading a little bit. Now, remember now, the sweet spot's off, so we might see a test there today also at let's say $2.20. That would be the area to test. You could look for 4-hour reversals up there. On that area there, we saw this little first bounce there. Now, maybe a double bottom or another test and some nice counter reversals. That could be something for the short-term traders. Weekly chart, still, you can see the bounce. Not spectacular yet. We will see this by Friday, or actually by Monday. We will see if we can close up higher. That would be absolutely amazing if I can get a strong bounce here with a long lower shadow on a weekly chart. That'll be absolutely first prize. But for the dailies, I start to see support coming in. Will it hold? I have no idea. There's no guarantee. But yet again, let's keep an eye on the sweet spot, on the halfway mark of these long lower shadows. Before we continue, thank you for today's sponsor, Inkasu. Do you struggle with customer queries that takes up all your time? Contact Inkasu to help transform your website customer focus with an integrated AI staff member. For more info, check out the link in the description. Solana, still under pressure. You can see there was a bounce. If you look at the daily charts, you see the bounce, you see the long lower shadow, it's still under pressure. You can see immediately coming down. However, we are on that sweet spot again. Let's see how it responds. You know, guys, it's a bear trend. We will not see Most of the time you won't see this flying up the page because it's bounced there. We need a trend to back this, but still it's very interesting monitoring technically to see what happens when it hits that halfway levels. Most of the time you get a lot of support there. Yeah, it might fail like this here because the trend has turned bearish. The halfway mark did fail eventually, but you can see the support coming in there. Now we sit with another one there. For the short-term traders, there's maybe a little bit of bounces coming in for them back to these levels there. You know, the short-term traders that wants to buy in and out or go in and out the markets. I mean, from 140 to 160, that's an awesome trade for any short-term trader. Not my type of thing, but if I look at the weekly charts, we are doing not well. I would love to see a nice long lower shadow by the end of the week. Ethereum on the weekly charts bouncing off the levels. If you go to the daily charts, longish kind of candle or shadow, not good enough for me. Not good enough, but finding support at this weekly levels I've showed you. I showed you this support level coming in there, and this is where I hope we get the support, and support's coming in. Will it hold? I've got no clue, but I'm waiting for the breakout or strong candle reversals of these support levels. Litecoin selling off, however, one of the stronger ones for me. Look at that long lower shadow there. If you look on the daily charts, yet again comes in body. Not, I would have loved to see a smaller body. While the rest is now trading the halfway mark, Litecoin is holding. It's bouncing off. The halfway mark is there. We're not even remotely there. So I start to see some support coming in. Tested 1, 2, 3. Usually on the fourth attempt, it breaks. So Litecoin definitely on my radar for some buying. Cardano touching the levels. You look at the daily charts, long lower shadow, right at the support levels here. You can just as well move the levels and say that's the support. You can see there. Again, that's the halfway mark of the long black, of the long shadow here. That's the area. That's the area to watch to see how the market responds. Trend is bearish. I won't easily buy into that, but it's interesting to see what it does. Maybe a small nibble, but I do this for the long term, not for the short term. XLM at that support levels there, you can see a little bit of a shadow coming in there. If you look on the dailies, long lower shadow yet again. Didn't really test a good enough level for me. Yes, we can use that level, but still a close below it. The shadow didn't really test something, so I'm not so excited about XLM at this stage, but I see still these channels coming down. I like these channels coming down, and those breakouts would be the place we get seriously interested in this. As it finds support, yes, it's a lovely subject to discuss, but it's not, I know the breakouts, that's not sexy. It's not one of those stunning YouTube going viral video kind of scenarios. It's just a plain straightforward breakout, but that's who I am. That's how I trade, straightforward, basic stuff. So all I need now is to see a breakout there. So we've got a breakout coming in there potentially. If I can zoom in a little bit more here, let's go to the weekly chart. I think that's going to be better, and that breakout would be the ideal level for me to watch. So there are two breakouts on the dailies now, that falling trend line or down sloping trend line, and then on the weeklies I like to see that breakout there. That's the two areas I'm looking at XLM. But guys, trading isn't just about my insights. Please fill up the comments below this video. You can support this channel by checking out all the links in the description. Thank you for joining me today on this trading journey. Remember, that trading carries risk. Don't forget to trade responsibly, and never ever trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Can't wait to see my next video. Until then, trade well.